Jood bura ma Nairobi mariwo lwedo winjruok e kind sirkal mamalo kod mar kaunti ma Nairobi chiwo twak gi sani. Twak ma kamano timore kinde ma paro pod chung' kod chung' mopogore opogore pod medo nyiedhore e wi ondamo mar tend Nairobi keto winjruok matayo moko kuom chenro mage mag Nairobi kanyakla gi sirkal. Wawinjane kaka chenro no dhi nyime.
In fact, sometimes I hear people say opposition and government and so on. There is no such thing in the constitution as we have as government and opposition. It beholds everyone in Parliament to carry out that function of oversight. So the funds, and this is the reason of that intergovernmental agreement, the funds that will come under the purview of the exchequer will be oversighted by the National Assembly. The funds that will come under the purview of the Senate and operational issues will be oversighted by the Senate, because as you know that the Senate is given a mandate of dealing with issues concerning counties in devolution. So there is no prevarication in this issue. It is very clear. And oversight is important. Let me tell you, you have traveled across the world. You go to New York, you go to the major metropolis. There is no metropolis which runs on its own without the support of the central and the executive. We have tried this for, say, 13 years now going, since the Constitution was enacted. And you can be sure when we began the Constitution, we said that all these counties, the 47 counties, will run as they were. But the cities, Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Kisumu, you know that they demonstrate differences in terms of how they can. And it's a melting point. Everybody is here from all sides. So yes, there is the grant by which the county runs, but there must be a structural and operational support by the national government. So it has been thought through. If this works, we are going to support that it can be cascaded into cities so that they become the engine of spurring development in our country. Thank you. Well, well, if you ask me, and that's with my personal response, and as a constitutional lawyer, I can tell you that this is one of the issues which should go for referendum. Personally, I think that Nairobi is a sui generis kind of thing. It's on its own, must be considered on its own, and it cannot be considered as a county. Well, it could be regionally termed as a county, but its operational management must be something different from some of those counties which are in the rural space and so on. So yes, although you need a referendum for it, but my personal response is it must be a different organization as compared to the others. Thank you. Yes?
I have a question. Now that this thing should take effect in 14 days, within which there must also be public participation, what happens if the public participation rejects the whole thing?
It dovetails to what I've just said, that we are still struggling with what really is public participation. The courts have said that public participation should not be a ruse. It should not just be a joke. It must be something meaningful as to get the information from wananchi. But whether that information will be used is another matter. Yes, whether that information has been harvested from people will be used is another matter. So we are struggling around it. And the point we make today, somebody is out there confusing wananchi, that it is transfer of function, that Sakaja has now just been rendered useless. He is supposed to go home. That people are bringing NMS in Nairobi. Far from the truth. This is a reinforced, robust. It is helping to create Nairobi in a space, and I really honestly want to thank HE, the President, because to think through, that has not happened before. You remember the other regime thought through but brought in NMS, and you know how NMS brought down, could not work